Hey guys, today I thought I would teach you how to play Look No Further on guitar.
Look no further, further, further. I'll find you with my eyes closed. You'll see through lies.
So the song is in the key of A major, and the guitar starts with the lick up on the 12th fret, which goes like this. So it's basically, you sound a note and then flick it up 2 frets. So starts on the 12th fret, up to the 14th on the E string. Do the same thing on the B string, and then we finish down on the 10th fret, so 10 to 12 on the B string again. So the whole phrase, and then in between the repeats of that phrase, I do this little lick here. So it's just like a little major lick starting on the 9th fret of the G string. From there I kind of mute the note and play from the 9th to the 11th and finish on the 10th fret of the B string. So the whole thing. 2, 3, and then repeat that. So that is the intro. Once we get into the verse, I go down to the open position and I start with an E major chord, and I'm playing the open string, the open E, with the major third, which is on the G string on the 1st fret. So from there we're going to go to the sus4 of the chord, so you can play, if you wanted a bit more of a simple way to do that, so E to E sus4, but I play like that. Then the next chord is a D major, but I play this, so basically I'm playing a D chord but with an A in the bass, so those 2 notes together, so the 5th fret of the E string and the 4th fret of the D string, so those 2 play together. I quickly go to the 5th fret of the A string, so, and then finish by playing the G string, 2, 4, and then 6. So when I hit that 6th fret, I also play the open A string. So a bit complicated, but yeah, so the whole thing sounds like this. 2, 3, 4. And I might change the phrase slightly, but that's pretty much what I do most times.
You kept me home from work late. The odds that you look fine, so I hold up all your mistakes. You got me picking fights, and you were not one.
When you get to the pre-chorus, I go back to the intro riff, so, and sometimes I'll add the octave, so that would be the 9th fret of the G string for the first phrase, then the 9th fret of the D string for the second, and you finish on the D string 7 to 9, so the whole thing.
If a simple change of heart makes you feel dirty, I'm keeping it open mind.
So once you get to the chorus, I'm going to play this lead line up here, which goes similar to the intro, similar shape at least. I'm going to play the 9th fret of the G string. It's like a major triad in A. So the 9th fret of the G string, the 11th fret of the D, and the 10th fret of the B string. So then you finish back on the G string, sorry. So at that point, the chord changes to a D major. So to follow that, I play the open D string and hammer on the G string to make that major third chord. So all together. Cool. The next chord is an F sharp minor. So I tend to slide into that by sliding up to the 11th fret. So yeah, once you're up there, the 11th fret of the D string, you're going to pick out the minor third of the F sharp chord, which is the 10th fret of the B string. So that bit goes. That's the whole phrase. So you slide in, play the B string, then you add the 11th fret of the G string, so far. Then you jump to the 9th fret of the E, so. Then I flick my pinky out to the 12th fret, so far. That's the phrase, and then we finish with this E major shape. So it's just like a traditional major triad, basically. Yeah, so the whole chorus goes like this. Then, one more time. Cool.
Look no further, further, further. I'll find you with my eyes closed. You'll see through lies. Look no further, further, further. I'll catch you with my arms tight. Won't break my pride.
So then, after the second chorus, we go to the middle 8 of the song, and I think live is slightly different to how I play it on the actual record, but the live version is all based around this shape here. So it's going to be the 7th fret of the D string and the 9th fret of the G string. So it's what you call a root and fifth, and we're in the key of A, so that's what we get there. So I basically do a similar thing throughout the middle 8, which is this. So it's kind of like a bouncy rhythm, always going back to this 9th fret on the G string, and then the main notes I'm going to hit are the 7th fret of the D string, the 6th fret of the D string, the 7th fret of the A string, and then finally the 9th fret of the D string. But I'd just say just have fun with this bit and just see where you want to take it. So those notes are basically going to work throughout that section. So yeah, have fun with that.
Why you wanna see the fool? Oh yeah. Why you wanna see the fool? Oh. Why you wanna see the fool? Oh yeah. Why you wanna see the fool? Oh.
Finally, for the last chorus, I basically did the same as what I did before. But then for the very last run through, I played the chorus line slightly differently. So rather than sticking to this position here, I do it as like an open string run. So I'm going to start on the 10th fret with the open E string, keep playing the E string through but slide back to the 9th fret. So do that again. So, and then from there, I slide down to the 5th fret of the B string and up to the 7th, so the whole thing. Then the next phrase is similar, but slightly different, so I go, so 10 to 9, then right up to the 14th of the B string, so. Cool, so 10, 9, 14, 17, 12. So that's that phrase, the whole thing goes. On the repeat of that, I'll go. So down to the 3rd on that time, and then finish again, same as the 2nd time. And then live, the way that I finish it is I follow Huss and JC, and I do this little run. Ooh. So it's like 10 to 14, you can just use one finger for that. Then I go to the 12 to 14 on the B string and 11 to 13 on the G, so. And then finish with an E major triad. And yeah, that should take you through the whole song.
No further, I'll find you with my eyes closed. You'll see through lies, lies. No further, I'll find you with my arms tight. Won't bring my pride, pride. But if a simple change of heart makes me feel worthy, but a simple change of heart makes me feel worthy.
Thanks for watching. Let me know if you try and do it yourself, and if you do, make sure you tag the band and me on any social media. Thanks guys.